And good afternoon and welcome to Cale Green, just off Beach Road, the home of Stockport Lacrosse Club. We're here today on a beautiful sunny day, which is nice. Forecast is no rain. It is a little bit cold, but we're here for the Senior Flags quarter-final between Stockport Lacrosse Club and Heaton Mersey. Now obviously Stockport are celebrating their 150th anniversary, and they are officially the oldest continuously running lacrosse club in the world. So we've got about 10 minutes, maybe 15 minutes before actual face-off. So we'll go through the rosters. And I'll try and identify players as best I can. Apologies in advance for getting pronunciations wrong and missing things, but I'm sure you'll be able to catch up later on Lacrosse Live UK on YouTube. So, starting off with the Heaton Mersey, the guests. In goals, we have number 12, Elliot Hurry. In defence, we have number 4, Tom Whitehead. With his coat on. So we have 4, Tom Whitehead. We have number 3, currently wearing a black hoodie, presumably produced by Pioneer Lacrosse, because Elliot and his brother Josh Hurry, number 3, founders of that company. We also have, hopefully somebody somewhere there, is number 25. I can't see him though. We have number 6, who's also wearing a black hoodie. That's JT to his mates, Josh Turner. He's running into defence now. No, he's not. So in fact, that must be JT in the black jersey, because number 6 is just walking to the back of the queue here. So JT's number 6. Adam Catlow is number 25. In midfield, we have number 8, Ming Trin, Liverpool University alumni. There's also on the box England team that took part in the World Championships. We have Will Brown, who's actually number 9, but is wearing his Greggs grey sweatshirt at the moment. I don't know if he's sponsored by Greggs or Greggs Sausage Rolls, but it's a nice promotion if it is. Then we have on the ball now, being chased, is the head coach and player coach is Lewis Jacobs. He's number 16. Walking past in a very warm-looking trench coat is Rob Arneson, who I believe is the assistant coach. He won't be playing today. Then also in midfield, we have number 29, Andrew Ellison. We have Peter Hayes, number 15, currently keeping warm in another black hoodie. These black hoodies are very popular. Let's see what I missed. Midfield number 10, on the left side there, on the left post, is Ryan Huns, with a slick finish there. Then we go forward to attack. We have number 14, which is Henry Smith. Number 20, which is Josh Kinder. And number 2, which is Kai Jeffries. He's the head coach of the box lacrosse version, which is the Heaton Hornets. Although, to be fair, I think they pick the players by draft now rather than just picking players from a particular club. There are 14 playing today, because unfortunately number 36, George Smith, who also plays for England under-20s and Nottingham University, has come down. He's poorly, so he's not available today. If I've missed anyone out, apologies, we'll get to that. Jack Ferdinand, number 5. How could I miss him out? Nottingham Trent player, and he'll be who would have been sharing the face-off duties with George, but unfortunately in George's absence looks like he'll be doing all the face-offs. Right, and then to the home team, the oldest lacrosse club in the world. So we have a couple of those American chaps who are over here at college. So we have number 10, left-hander in attack, is Nicholas Louise. He played at West Jenny High School, the most famous lacrosse high schools in America. Then we have number 9, Danny Hilditch, on the ball. Another lefty, and then rounding up the lefty crew is number 12, is Ryan Martin. Had a great game last week for the Heaton Hornets. Bringing the ball into play is number 2, Luke McCrone, as that ball flies over his head from the West Genesee player. I think things must have changed at West Genesee since Mike Mazzare was there. They all played with their socks pulled up. I note that Nicholas Louise hasn't got his socks pulled up. Then number 8 in midfield is Morgan Brown. Number 11 is Thomas Patterson, Bob Patterson, and the England head coach Sam Patterson's brother. We have 89 wearing the sweatpants, so he'll be easy to spot. That's Dan Flisk. He's also be easy to spot. He's probably the fastest player on the field. Then we have at face-off for Stockport, number 17. Going through his warm-up routine on the far side, that's James Pomfret. Then we have in defence, number 44, Andrew Baxter. Number 22, Luca Shrink. Number 14, Bunners to his mate, but I believe his actual name is Nick Bunbury. In goal is Aaron Davey. And I've missed a long stick out somewhere. 39. That's Will Baker. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4 defenders. This is Lucas Shrink. The attack will be, I believe, Nick Louise, Tom Pat, and number 12, Ryan Martin, as I think Danny Hilditch will be playing midfield. We'll take a short break. Head coaches on the day. For Stockport, they have the luxury of 2 coaches. It's Simon Rowlandson, known as Rolo to his mates, and Chris Bland, known as Blandy. So they're running the first team this year. It should be a close game. Let's see how it goes. So we'll take a short break and then we'll join you again ready for face-off.
Go and entertain your crowd.
No, I don't realise I'm going to be entertaining myself later. I'm going to be telling myself jokes that I don't get.
You'll be laughing at your own
No,
jokes.
exactly. I'll be like, and that comes later.
You're laughing at your own shite.
On that note,
So get all your insults out the way.
Right.
I know, I've got all the stuff at home.
Greg's.
as we get ready for the starting face-off, Jack Ferdinand, number 5 for Heaton Mersey. Looks like it might be James Pomfret, starting face-off man for Stockport. It's the quarter-final of the senior flags. Score, as you can see from the scoreboard in the background, is 0-0 as we get ready to get started. It's a beautiful clear day, but bitterly cold.
That's where you got wrong.
Let's get ready to play lacrosse, and we're off. Under from his teammate, telling him to flick it back. But, oh, hello. I think he's illegal procedure. No, hang on. The referees are having a chat about it. No, the decision is illegal procedure by Blue. He must have... No, I'll try again. Blue are going from left to right on your camera. And that was illegal procedure by Heaton Mersey. So the restart goes Blue. Aaron Davey in goals for Stockport. 0-0. We have Will Baker closest to us, number 39, as Aaron Davey stretches his legs. We might have a shot. Feeds across. Got tipped by Adam Catlow, but maybe it didn't. Maybe he just went straight out of play. Andy Allison to bring it in. Again, there's no shot clock, there's no clearing clock, so it's not like box, which the Winter Box League concluded last week. A superb tournament organised by Robert Gooch. Was won by the London Knights on the men's side and the Southern Box Lacrosse Ravens on the ladies' side. Ladies who play box lacrosse, marvellous. So, good lineup for a dodge. Will he take a shot? No, gets it through X. Goes to Kai behind goal. This is Ryan Huns. Looks to feed inside. Pass goes astray by Ryan. That's a turnover. Be Stockport ball back line. Number 39, Will Baker to bring it back on. As Aaron Davey gets upfield to support his teammate. And then passed it back. This is Luca Shrink. Under pressure from Kai Jeffries, number 2. But the clear is good. Get the ball to number 2. This is Luke McCrone. Bit of a mishandle there. That's Ryan Martin. He's another player that had a great game last week for Heaton Hornets in the Box League. And number 9, Will Brown on the ball. Gets it up as, again, another pass goes astray by Heaton Mersey. That time Josh Kinder couldn't handle it. Good recovery though by Kai Jeffries in the corner, so it remains Heaton Mersey ball. Still 0-0 in the first quarter. This is Pete Hayes, number 15 for Heaton Mersey. And again another pass goes astray. As Kai Jeffries missed that one. So it was a few handling mistakes early on. Neither team has really had I don't think we've had a shot on goal yet by either side. It's great to see Danny Hilditch back playing. He starred for the England under-19s and England under-20s. Scoring 7 goals in one game when England managed to beat Puerto Rico. Again, Stockport, just the one on the crease. They play with two men up top, 3 across the middle and 1 at X. And there we have our first shot. I believe that was Nick Louise, number 10, lefty attackman. And the save was made by Elliot Hurry. Another turnover. And it's a timeout blue as Simon Rolo has decided he's seen enough and wants to have a quick chat so that actually you make the most of this possession. Obviously it's not just the team that calls the timeout that gets a chance to regroup. I'm sure Heaton Mersey will be having a chat about looking after the ball and avoiding turnovers. It's a bitterly cold day with wind chill.
Just with the signal is like getting blocked, so it's like crackling.
Should I move back there
Yeah,
then?
if you could.
Yeah, no worries. Can you can't. Oh yeah, if you can take the chair, that's even better. Good timing. Oh yeah. As we restart with 8-9 blue, that's Daniel Flisk. See if what the plan was coming out of the timeout. Gets underneath. It's a shot by Luke McCrone. Just went wide though, but Stockport keep possession. I thought that might be a flag, and there is the flag. So head check on, I believe that was on Danny Hilditch. Stockport on the man up. Tom Patterson, number 11, is the main man to watch. He directs things from up top. Very good stick handler. As one of his fakes. And, well, I'm not sure that's quite how they drew it up, but it got deflected. The ball went to Luke McCrone. Little dip and dunk on the crease. And he goes high against the left-handed Elliot Hurry. That's 1-0 Stockport in this quarter-final fixture. As we see, there's a reasonable crowd here, all wrapped up as though they're ready for an invasion of Greenland. But obviously we can't say anything like that. Some fine attire of bobble hats. Let's get ready for this second phase. Penalties still on the sin bin. So they're a man down. And Stockport come up with it again. Bit of arming off perhaps, but not called. Great play by Ryan Martin, listening to his teammates. Somebody was shouting time. So just maintaining possession and being patient. They're 1-0 up. Let's see what else they got. The subbing off the defensive players, bringing their offensive players on. Get the ball to X. This is Martin. Over to Louise. Lost his footing, but managed to get the ball off. Good passing on the perimeter by Stockport. Excellent ball movement, and this time an excellent save by Elliot Hurry. Not sure how much he knew about it as it hit him square in the face mask, but that's why we wear helmets, folks. Net result, that's one save to Hurry, and it remains 1-0 to Stockport. This is number 16, Lewis Jacobs. He double shifts, or triple shifts. He's the player, he's a coach, and when he's a player, sometimes he's a short stick and sometimes a long stick. It's great to be Lewis. His mum's here, Linda, on the sideline, supporting him. This is Will Brown, sponsored by Greggs. Or at least was wearing a Greggs hoodie. Again, Heaton Mersey is spreading it out, making sure everyone gets the feel of the ball. It's like Pete Hayes is conducting traffic there, telling players to get off the crease. It's what's known as an open set. Here we have a dodge down the alley. Gets it to Kai Jeffries behind goal. He's looking for some help on this wing, and Brown steps in to provide support. Good defence there by number 8 for Stockport, Morgan Brown. Manages to turn him away, but Mersey kept possession. And there's the equalising goal. That's Stuart Brown's son, I believe. And that's Will Brown with the goal, with the assist from number 10, Ryan Huns. Alan Huns, Ryan's dad, and Stuart Brown, Will's dad, both played together at Heaton, Mersey, many moons ago, in the olden times. Get ready for the next face. 1 goal all. Scoreboard's been updated, I believe. There's another ground ball battle on the face-off. They're all fighting for it. Let's see who can come up with the ball. And it's possession Stockport and a foul. I think they've called it a loose. Well, interesting one. Maybe he was playing without his stick, but it's the possession goes to Heaton Mersey on a legal procedure at the face. Again, Heaton Mersey starting off in the open set. Looks like a beautiful day with the sun shining. I can assure you it is bitterly cold. Yeah, ball down to Kai in the bottom corner. Got stripped and then comes up with the ball again. Another high risk return pass from Ryan Huns. This time rejected as that ball goes out of play. It's a turnover and Stockport ball will bring it out. Aaron Davey walks it up slowly. What he's trying to do here is to draw one of the attackers to him so it will leave his defender open. But one of the defenders has stepped over the halfway, so the clear is good. Again, there's no shot clock at the moment in current rules, and there's no clearing clock, so you could stay there all day if you wanted, at least till the end of the quarter. This is Ryan Martin. Danny Hilditch is probably their best dodger, if he's fit. Tremendously good stick handler and dodger. Great cut in the middle. He didn't get the credit for it, but Tom Pat was left wide open with the feed from behind goal by Nick Louise. So great hustle by Dan Flisk. He won't show up in the scoreboard there because he didn't get the goal or the assist, but it actually created the space for Tom Pat behind him. At Stockport 2, Heaton Mersey 1. We thought it might be a close game before the first face. It looks like it may well be. Both teams very evenly matched. Two referees have changed the procedure, so they put both the right foot down on the line, and that's where the sticks have to line up. Great hustle by Andy Ellison. Jack Ferdinand won the initial draw, flicked it behind him, and the sprightly Andy Ellison won the race from the sideline, picked it up and got it back to his goalie. So there's no fast break, but possession is very important. It means that Mersey can get their attacking players on and set up another offence. There's Hayes. Now we have Jacobs playing short stick, having previously played a bit of pole. And we're going for another alley dodge down the right. I think that is number 20, Kinder. Gets it behind goal. This time it's Lewis Jacobs on a run. Beats his man cleanly. The shot goes just wide. Lewis started off as a Mersey junior, then played some time at Rochdale, then joined the army, then became a professional boxer. He's had an interesting career, but he's back at Mersey now. Nice dodge by Henry Smith. Beats his man topside, but the shot went just wide to the left-hand post. Although Aaron Davey may claim he had it covered. As we have a bit of a search in the bushes for the ball. Or do we need a new one? No, he's found it. This is Hayes to Kinder. They seem to want that right alley as the way in. Draw the man and then move the ball. Henry gets it to Lewis Jacobs, left-handed shot. And Davey comes up with the save. Lewis Jacobs is rapid. Clear is good by James Pomfret. And again, he'll sub off. Fakes the sub and comes back in. And then eventually subs. Bit of shenanigans there. It's always worth a try. If you can convince your opponent that you're subbing off and he gets off before you, you're then actually wide open. This is Hilditch. Hilditch to Martin. Back to Hilditch. Again, nice controlled tempo by Stockport. They're not forcing things. Excellent play. That was number 11 again, Tom Patterson, with the feed from number 10. But this time, Elliot Hurry comes up with a big save. Keeps the score at 2 goals to Stockport and 1 to Heaton Mersey. This is Ryan Huns. Bit of a split dodge and a hesitation move as he faked the behind the back pass. Kept hold of the ball, maintained possession, and they recycle and start their offense again. This is Smith to Hayes to Brown as Lewis Jacobs subs off. Good pressure by Bunbury. Gets the long pole and is holding it right at the butt end, so he's got a full extension of his arm and the 6-foot pole to be able to put pressure. And tremendous individual goal. Left-handed Kai Jeffries dodges up the right-hand side of the goal and with a reverse shovel shot manages to beat Aaron Davey. That's the equalising goal. That makes it Stockport 2, Heaton Mersey 2. Looks like these two will be sick of the sight of each other by the end of it. Looks like James Pomfret, number 17, will be taking all the face-offs for Stockport, as number 5, Jack Ferdinand, will be taking all the face-offs for Heaton Mersey. Clean win this time. Fast break by James Pomfret. Gets the shot and Say went for the bounce shot off 6 side. But Elliot saw that one coming. Not only made the save but controlled possession. Again, a good clear by Heaton Mersey. Excellent work at the face-off. And a beautiful little inside pass. Ryan Huns, I think everyone thought he was going to shoot there, but he faked the shot. A little dish inside to Henry Smith, number 14. Bit of a fake high, shoot low around Aaron Davey. And Heaton Mersey score again. So a 2-goal swing there. The big save from Elliot Hurry. And then literally within 30 seconds at the other end, little draw and dump when the defence bought the fake by Ryan Huns, and Henry Smith beat the goalie one-on-one. As we get ready for the next face-off. Clean face-off win from Jack Ferdinand. And a timeout by Heaton Mersey. I'm not sure who called that, whether it would be Rob Arneson or perhaps it was Lewis Jacobs, but they retained possession and maybe there's not long left in the quarter. So the referee puts his hat on the ball so he knows exactly where it will restart from. So a reasonable start. I've got no idea who's going to win this game. Stockport have definitely had some good chances. Heaton Mersey threw the ball away a few times, but it's Heaton Mersey that are in the lead. The referees have a conflab. You'd have thought they'd have had a word with each other. I wanted to go with the stripy shirt today. Well, I look good in stripes. Turns out everyone looks good in stripes. They're very slimming. Give the 30-second notification. So come on, chaps. You've had your rest. It's time to move on. Non-bowlers off the green, please. He's picked up the ball from under his hat, and it looks like it'll be number 20, Josh Kinder, with the restart. I've not heard how long left there is, so maybe oh, there we go. 30 seconds on cue. Well done, Mr. Referee. Again, good passing around the perimeter. It's Kinder to Hayes. To Jeffries, back to Hayes, back to Jeffries. Oh, it's an excellent opportunity. Little bit high with the pass. Kinder had to stretch for that one, but he did manage to get a shot off, but just off target. It's Mersey ball. It's definitely a shot. The pass from Ryan Huns. Known as a skip pass, and that is the end of the first quarter. So, interesting. I thought they meant to stop the clock for the last minute or last 30 seconds of a quarter. Apparently not. And the crowd got cold because it's freezing out here. Hope you're enjoying the coverage. Just a reminder that if you're watching it, you know about Lacrosse Live UK. Glenn Hodner and Son are the production team. They covered the Winter Box League over 4 separate weekends, where there were 6 hours of box lacrosse on each weekend. If you get a chance, go back and watch some of those games. Absolutely brilliant coverage, and box lacrosse is now a thing. It's no longer just playing lacrosse indoors, it's actually playing proper box lacrosse. England head coach Walt Christensen was down last weekend. And again, a number of the players, so Rob Ingham Clark was coaching a team. Kai Jeffries, who's number 2 playing today, he was coaching the Heaton Hornets, and he's the assistant coach for the England box team. So again, multitasking. The box team, men's and women's, will take part in a tournament in Prague prior to the Euros, and I think in the women's it's called the She Box, which I'm not sure where that comes from. But then that'll be the final trial in effect for the full England squads, and that's for the European Championships that take place in Prague, split over 3 different venues. The main one is Radicin for LCC Radicin. I think there's Metasici. They play in blue and yellow, and there's another venue. I can't remember the third one. It might be Yizhny Mesto, which is Czech for Southtown. Completely irrelevant information, but unless you're actually going to the Prague, it'd be nice to know where they are. But again, you can follow those. The Czechs are very good at producing content online, so hopefully those games will be filmed and available to watch for free. So Stockport were actually a man down, so James Pomfret is in the penalty box. It's a Heaton Mersey on the man up. Let's see what they've got. Look for the skip pass through the middle. Well, there's a lot of traffic. And got intercepted and broken up by Stockport. Good play by... Actually, no, it's 14, not 44. That's Nick Bunbury. They get it back to Aaron Davey. Aaron, as well as playing senior lacrosse, he referees juniors, so he should be well up to date on all the rules. He's a very good referee at the junior level. Well, very good referee who happens to referee at the junior level. Obviously, he can't referee in the afternoons because he's kind of busy playing for Stockport first team. So Dan Flisk has obviously warmed up a little bit. Has taken his sweats off. It's a strongly dominant left-hander. Danny Hilditch. That pass went astray. Let's see who can come up with it. And it's Will Brown. It should be transition here. And the pass went astray. Too many pork pies. Well, no, sausage rolls, isn't it, from Greg's? And that's... Looks like a late hit. Only because it was a late hit. So there'll be another penalty. Hopefully he's okay. He wasn't expecting that one. Could he actually miss the ball? That's Kai Jeffries. He's a box player. He'll be fine. So Andrew Baxter will serve presumably a minute for the illegal body check. Or are they calling it a loose ball push? Unfortunately, it's not like Sky Sports. The referees aren't mic'd up. I've not got my headset on, so I don't know what they're saying to each other. So no, there's nobody in the penalty box. So that was decided that's just a loose ball push. Are coming together. Still hurts as much. This is Hayes. Gets it up top to Kinder. Huns. Again, pass went astray. He had two people to choose from, both open in the middle for Heaton Mersey, and unfortunately he split the difference and it went out of bounds. So it'll be Stockport ball to bring it in. And Aaron Davey to carry it up once more. Looks like he may fancy another go. He's gone over once. Goes over again. Good decision. Saw that he was under pressure, so just went back and managed to find the defender stepping over. This is Dan Flisk, 89, on the wing. I hope we get to see him at transition at some point. He is remarkably fast. He had a serious knee injury, but I think he's back to his best now. A leaping Dan Flisk gets the interception. Good defence. Shot by Danny Hilditch, but stick side for the lefty goalie, Elliot Hurry. And another lefty shot. That one rings off the pipe. I'm not sure how much Aaron knew about that. I'm not sure how much Ryan knew about that. Lots of power, but hits the post. Mersey ball, sideline. Will Brown to bring it on. Back to Huns. Ming Trin has been quiet so far. Number 8. Excellent box player and dodger. Will he get a shot off? No. Pass it. Discretion, the better parts of valour. And that is over and back. Once you've established possession, in the attacking third, so behind the restrainer, if the ball goes over the halfway line by your impetus, not by the defenders, and that's known as over and back, and it's a change of possession. A recently new rule. They keep tweaking the rules every year or so. Excellent cut by Tom Pat. They didn't see him. Luke McCrone matches up against Andy Ellison. Will he fancy his chances? Again, that pass tried to feed the crease, but that went astray. And Andy Ellison receives the ball and clears it easily after the good clearing pass from Elliot Hurry. And that is how you finish. Got in position before the shot, so as soon as he gets it, he can get a quick release. Catches the goalie off guard. Aaron Davey had no chance on that one. Hopefully we've got a really good angle on that to capture that shot in super slow-mo. Clip that one for later, I believe is the phrase. So shout out to Canadian commentator. Anything particularly good happens, he just claims, clip that, one for the coaches. As we get ready for the face-off. I'm not sure the score is correct, unless I've missed a couple of goals. Or actually, no, Heaton Mersey, fair enough. Heaton Mersey are the first team, because it lines up with, as we look at it on the camera. So it's 4-2, so yellow Heaton Mersey are the first team on the scoreboard. The second team is in orange, is Stockport. Maybe it's because, no, I'll just go with that. So it's 4-2 Heaton Mersey anyway. This is Morgan Brown. Good pass. Nice little fade play there. So the attack player actually starts moving before he's received the ball, and the person that pass it to him does what's known as a spot feed. So actually leads him, and it's almost like dodging before you get the ball. Excellent play. Again, Tom Pat won't receive any credit for the pick, but Danny Hilditch lined up his man, and then a quick change of direction and change of speed, and suddenly the defender bumps into Tom Patterson with a perfectly timed and executed pick, and Danny Hilditch managed to get the shot on the run, which is not something you want as a goalie. So they pull it back within one goal. It's Heaton Mersey 4, Stockport 3. And again, another face-off win for Jack Ferdinand. Wins it behind him. I think Will Brown was open for a second there, but they decided to hold on to it. Sub the defenders off, get the attacking middies on. You can hear the defenders shouting open, which means that the crease area directly in front of the goal is free. So all 6 players are around the perimeter. It's another shot off the alley dodge from Kinder, number 20. This time saved by Aaron Davey. Good pressure. I'm not sure if he got the turnover there. Could have been a foul, but no. They're letting them play, which is always good to see. That physical play. And another fast break goal. This time it was Lewis Jacobs, number 16, with the assist. But again, even though it was a narrow angle, Ryan Huns, number 10, got his feet set in position, caught the ball and released it very quickly. before Aaron Davey had a chance to do anything. So it's Stockport pulled one back. Mersey straight away. Great work on the ground ball by Will Brown. Leads to a fast break goal. Heaton Mersey 5, Stockport 3. So this is Pomfret versus Ferdinand at the face-off dot. Used to be an X, now it's just a dot. Well played by number 17, James Pomfret. Experienced midfield player. Can play the attacking half, he can play man up, man down, face off, he does a lot. Bit of a Swiss Army knife. Can even play long stick at periods if long stick gets injured. So last time the wing dodge with the pick on the wing worked well. Again, timeout blue. Thought there was a chance there for Luke McCrone, but Coach Simon Rowlandson and Chris Bland maybe saw something they didn't like. So a bit of a reset, make sure they get the dodge and the shot that they want. I think it's fair to assume that this flags tournament is the only chance for both teams of success this year. They've dropped too many points. So I believe out of 8 teams in the top division, the Premier League, currently Stockport are in 5th and Heaton Mersey are in 6th. With Brooklands in 7th, and unfortunately Rochdale, who are also deducted some points for not fulfilling a fixture, are currently propping up the table. So if there's any chance of silverware, it'll be the flags for both these teams, even though obviously the flags aren't silver. So we get ready for the restart. This is Flisk to McCrone. Again, Stockport have 1 on the crease, as they have 5 on the perimeter. Again, they're looking for that dodge underneath to draw the slide and then get it through X. This time, Danny Hilditch, rather than coming over the top, goes underneath and tries a jump shot that just goes wide. But Stockport had the backup, so they maintain possession. Nice sliding by Mersey. A lot of the offence is about drawing a defender and making the opposition defence slide. And then after that you have to recover as quickly as possible. And again, this is the speed of Lewis Jacobs. Absolute rapid. Ball was intercepted by, I believe that's number 22, Lucas Shrink. And Stockport clear the ball. Great speed by Lewis. Anytime he's in a 1-on-1 foot race, it's actually he's already won. You could probably give him a 5-yard head start, unless it was between him and Dan Flisk. That'd be a race worth watching. Talking of which, Flisk on the ball to Morgan Brown. JT doing a great job on number 10 so far. The American player from Nottingham. He's at college over here doing a postgrad. Nick Louise. Not had much joy so far. There's never much joy to be had when you're playing against number 3, Josh Hurry. Ex-England captain, excellent defender, very aggressive on ball. That could be high, and it is high. Tom Whitehead, number 4, not related to Albert Whitehead, who plays box lacrosse for England. And this is where a quick stick exchange. So Lewis Jacobs go from being a short pole to the long pole as Tom Whitehead goes to have a rest for a minute and think about what he's done in his life that's led him to being on the bench for being a naughty boy. Again, good ball movement by Stockport. Probing. Good pressure again. Excellent slide. I believe that was Josh Hurry. Actually literally knocked the stick out of Danny Hilditch's hands. And Mersey come up with the ball. As they take their time on the clear. This is Elliot Hurry using the crease as an extra defender. The attack player's not allowed in there, so he has to chase him Ringa Rosie all the way around the outside. Nice pass by JT, gets it to Kinder. Are we back to all even? We are indeed. The penalty's released. So Henry fancies chances. He's got a short stick, takes him behind goal with the invert. 1-on-1. Does he fancy it? He passed it to Will Brown, but I don't think Will Brown was looking. His dad would have caught it and put that one in. Good play by Nick Bunbury. Bunners to his teammates. Everyone likes to have a short nickname. I think it's Bunners, or is it Bunny? Yeah, nice patience by Morgan Brown. He's normally a defensive midfielder, but has been playing a lot of offence as well this year. It's a two-way midi for Stockport. They've lost a couple of high-profile players. Tom Gosney is no longer playing. He's a family man. He's been an absolute stalwart here, probably for 20 years. Fantastic left-handed player for Stockport. Third generation England player. How about that one? His dad played for England and his granddad played for England. The Gosneys. This is again getting nothing out of Tom Whitehead. Nick Louise. Timeout gold, and the referees receive that information with satellite delay. And they've taken this. No, they've just moved the scoreboard. I thought they'd taken it down. They've just put it by the bench area. So it remains in this second quarter of the quarter-final, the senior flags. Heaton Mersey 5, Stockport 3. I don't know what game these three kids are playing, but they're having a far better time than the people on the field. They're wrapped up warm, there's a football involved, and it looks like the two little uns versus the big un. Mum's the referee. Oh, there we go, and they're all off. Sorry, got distracted. Excellent, toddlers being toddlers. So it's Ryan on the ball. Ryan Huns gets it behind to Pete Hayes. Good, crisp passing. Really zipping it around behind goal. This is Henry Smith on the ball. And that's the hat trick. Again, you may have seen that before, because you have seen that before. He gets some space off ball, and then as soon as he catches it in the wing position, released it low to high, puts that one in the roof of the net. Heaton Mersey 6, Stockport 3. At some point, they may wish to consider marking number 10, now that he's scored 3 goals. There's lots of players you can sit in and help slide and play team defence. Ryan's probably one of the ones that you can't, because he's capable of just shooting the ball very accurately, very hard, and very quickly, which is great if he's on your team, not so good if he's not. Here he is again. Let's see what he's got in the bag. Looks like Hayes is playing some attack behind goal. Again, force the ball to the inside. Will Brown couldn't handle it. May have got touched and ended up stepping in the crease, so the ball goes to Stockport. Clear is good. There's James Pomfret having a busy day, playing defence, attack and facing off. He steps off for a breather as Ryan Martin comes on. Again, they've got a really strong left-hand side with Danny Hilditch, Ryan Martin and Nicholas Louise. But he's having a quiet day so far, which is quite surprising. And this is another speedster, Dan Flisk. Great look inside. Good pass by Morgan Brown. Little quick stick, but it just went wide. I don't think Elliott got a piece of that one. Will Brown missed that one on the first attempt, but he gets another go. Being chased by Dan Flisk as that pass goes astray. And Stockport come up with it. And again, a bit of a melee. Good physical play by, I presume that's Andrew Baxter. Finds Flisk inside. They've got the transition opportunity. Good seal out defence by JT, Josh Turner. Nick Louise tried to step inside there, and Josh Turner wasn't having it. He's seen this. This is not his first rodeo. Or it isn't even a rodeo. Good speed again by Hilditch. Drew the man and then used the throwback to pass it to the open man. And what's known as a mirror pick. So if the dodger goes over, you step under. If the dodger goes under, you curl to the top. Hence the name mirror. And I believe that is half time. We'll take a small break just to reiterate. I believe the score is Heaton Mersey 6, Stockport 3. So they're doubling them up. We'll take a small half-time break. Put the kettle on. Refreshments are available if you're watching at home. Speak to you soon. How's it going, young man?
Yeah, you enjoying it?
Yeah. I've been tricky on because I can't see some of it. And it feels like I'm just talking to myself because I know I'll be watching it later.
Yeah.
It's just, I think, down there.
I've got no, whatever you. There's no point in you being here if you can't hear it.
Yeah.
There's no point in me being here anyway. How's the B team going? Is that a separate, what do you call it, outside broadcasting unit? OBU?
No, I don't know what the story is though. I just need to test it.
So, and is that being broadcast as well?
Yeah, that's live streamed.
Marvellous.
It's only on that I've tried.
No, brilliant. So what's her name?
That's Olivia, that's Danny.
Danny Mel. Oh, right. When she said Mella, I thought she was from Mella. Right. Brilliant. Give him a wave.
When I've done the box with Macclesfield,
happy as well. Again, technology. It helps to be. Oh, you've got it. It's like.
All right, gents.
David.
It's the film crew. It's the commentary crew.
Well, he's got a splinter crew. He's got an outside broadcasting unit. There's an 11-year-old with a camera who's live streaming the B team. Live streaming the B team. Not in my lifetime. I got here early and I spoke to a couple of the B team and I accused one of them. I was like, oh, how do you go on this one? So I thought it was a junior. That's how old he is. And he's like, no, I'm on the pitch. Who are you playing? I don't know. Waxbury and Black, Stockport. So I'm like, well, fair enough, he's a young man. Couple more B team. Who are you playing today? Different level of preparation. How's young Hugo? Have you been in touch with him?
He's alright, he's enjoying himself. He's had
The shoulder is the thing, is he?
doesn't seem to be an issue.
Good.
He can,
Keep playing left-handed.
to be honest, he had to.
I
The
think-
one thing he needed to develop was a sidearm. He was one of those lads that listened to us and said, I'll shoot over.
Noddy
All right,
does.
well,
Yeah,
us,
yeah.
we're all doing this. And so that's what he does, he shoots over. So it's doing him some good. He says he's had to play differently, which is great.
Well, the thing-
He's at Hobart or Average, and they want him to go and he's going to fly.
Geneva, that's where Jamie Symington went to. Lovely place.
They were D3, weren't they?
They were
Yeah.
when Dave Europe was there. They won, I think it was 12 national championships on trot,
Yeah.
and it was just like, well, everyone that went there just thought, oh, I've got 4 national championship rings.
Yeah, but every other team that went is D3, so it's D1 lacrosse and D3.
Yeah, it's like Hopkins. Hopkins is D3 everything else.
That's right, yeah.
So
at the moment, from D1, there is Hobart who are apparently better. Mount St Mary's are better. Richmond have said, I know. They actually went to watching the train, the manager, but they said, we'll keep watching, we might want to see.
And let's say, so Hobart's up here in Geneva with the wind chill effect and off the lake. That's lovely, but fucking food. Richmond, Virginia, in the south, and their coach is excellent. And they've got to the playoffs they won a playoff game for the first time last year. And it's really like their development's getting better and better. And if only I could remember his name, he's Canadian. I can't.
I know his name.
I believe George. No, this could be a complete misnomer. Has got interest from Virginia. Is that true, or is that just great banter? It's like, I don't know, Duke are after me, Harvard, and but yeah.
No, I'm not
I was at Mellor last week, and the game was so bad I lost interest after about 5 minutes because Mersey lost 13-1. But I spoke to Danny Hodge, Julian Jones, is it? Dan's dad, and Danny Hodge, Ali Hodgson, and Al Wallace. So it was one of those piped up.
It's a bit like the Richmond thing. When you talk about a team,
They've got 60 and
they don't come up to you and go, let's sign you up. They go, we like what we see, we'll keep watching.
You're on a menu of 500 or 50. We don't know. Oh, hello. All aboard. And welcome back as we get ready for the start of this second half quarter-final. The senior flags. Jack Ferdinand wins the draw. Lewis Jacobs, player coach, comes up with possession, gets it back to, I believe that's Adam Catlow, as Mersey start the clear. Again, all this will change. I'm not sure if it's next year or the year after that the clearing clock and the shot clock comes into effect. So we're to guarantee more pressure on everyone. Just what we need in 2026. Kinder gets it to Hayes. Hayes got a bit of a run up. Gets the ball behind goal. To Smith. Up to Kinder again. Down to the wing. Huns looked to feed. Got knocked down. But Pete Hayes managed to scoop it up and get a shot off quickly. Saved by Aaron Day. And then I believe it was Will Brown came up with a ground ball on the wing. Got the reset. There's the feed again. He loves that skip pass through the defence. Got to Will Brown. Aaron Day saw it all day long. Stick side high, which I believe is known as basically shooting at the goalie's stick. So he hit that one up. It's usually accompanied by the phrase popcorn, as though he could eat those all day. But it's Day on the ball. Again, patient. Ooh, hello. Little brother's just slapped big brother on the hat. Nearly kicks off then. Don't think he's happy. He's going to his mum. As you may have guessed, I haven't actually got a monitor in front of you, so I don't know what you can see and can't see. But there's a cracking under 5 football game going on. This is Louise. Fires it across. Swings the ball to the opposite wing. Again. Good clearance with the flag. That was at least 50 feet in the air. It looks like Andy Ellison going to spend some time in the naughty bin. Going to sit on the naughty step and think about what he's done. Stockport will go man up. And they restart it up top. So it's Hilditch to Patterson to Flisk. Back to Flisk. Ball goes down. Will it stay in? No, it'll get out. So they had the chance for the man up. Tried to force it, and unfortunately that one got away. Again, Elliott can stay there as long as he wants. He will get... Oh, hidden ball trick. That didn't work. Thought it was going to be a highlight there. Nobody's going to thank him for that pass. Fortunately, Catlow managed to escape. Gets it inside to Kinder. And they're a man down and they take a shot. And that's the goal. Quick thinking by Aaron Davey. And our young American friend. I thought it was a goal. No, apparently it wasn't. He drew the penalty. There was lots of desolate-faced Mersey defenders. I thought it had gone in. Check that one up on replay. Nice little look inside. Great pass. I think it may have actually come out of the sun, unfortunately. So Nick Louise couldn't handle that one. Good patience by Lewis Jacobs. Just stands his ground and waits for Nick Lewis to chase him all the way, and at the last second just pass it back. And here we go again. So number 10 is running all over the park. 1 against 3. Even Though Stockport, well, they were man up, but that penalty's been now released. So he's just chasing shadows, basically. Yeah, they clear the ball eventually. So Brown on the ball, being matched up with Ryan Martin. Good jump shot there by Henry Smith. Just went astray. They come up with the ground ball, recycle it, and again, shot just wide of cage. There's very low winter sun that's shining directly into our eyes. I hope we can see it at home. Not the sun, obviously, but as you see the game. This is Andy Ellison. Gets it up top to Kinder. He loves that alley dodge down the right. Huns on the ball. Back up. Oh no, there's Huns. So who was that then? Must have been Kai that was bringing the ball up. The pass goes astray. It wasn't a shot, so I'll just go back to Stockport. And they'll start the clear on the back line. Henry Smith. They're outnumbered on the clear because it's 6 players and the goalie on the defence being marked by 6 offensive players, so there's always got an extra man. There should never be a need to force it. Again, Lucas Shrink. And it's a timeout blue. Yeah, no score this second half yet. The score remains 6-3. Just catching up at half time on the young English players playing abroad. There's 4 English players playing at Harford Community College. They've won the last 3 national championships at National Junior Collegiate Lacrosse Association, Lacrosse Athletic Association, I think it is. NJCAA. National Junior College Athletic Association, there we go. So they're at Harford Community College. Their nickname's the Fighting Owls, which is just marvellous. They're near Bel Air, but unfortunately it's not Bel Air, California. It's Bel Air, Maryland. So it's rather nippy there at the moment. But their season starts soon. And it's 1 from Mellor, George Schonfeld. 1 from Stockport, Hugo Peel. And 2 actual brothers, Will Goodwin and Dan Goodwin, son of Mike Goodwin, who they're both from Cheadle. Makes sense that they're both from the same club, being brothers. But it's fantastic that we've got 4 players playing not only in America but playing on they all won a national championship last year. Great fake. The shot goes wide. That was Dan Flisk. Defender bought the fake, hook, line and sinker. But unfortunately the shot didn't match the fake. Ends up in the bushes. As Morgan Brown goes to collect it. So, oh no, sorry, Danny Hildish collects it. Apologies, Danny, and apologies, Morgan. Should have gone to Specsavers. So again, back right, taking on Jack Ferdinand. That's great individual defence. They isolated on Jack Ferdinand, and he was like, well, fine, come on then. You're going nowhere, mate. Well played, young Ferdinand. There's Tom Whitehead. Great clear there. I thought he was going to go all the way and have a shot, but he thought better of it. There's still only 3 goals in it. Maybe if there were a few more in the lead, he'd have fancied that one. Hayes to Brown to Jacobs. Jacobs on the alley dodge at full speed. Gets it behind goal. Back up. Hayes on the ball. This time it's Brown on the right wing. Steps inside. And saved by Aaron Davey. Sorry, I sounded disappointed there. Well saved, Aaron Davey. Says the neutral commentator. The fact that I played for Mersey for 20 years got nothing to do with it. These two are genuinely rivals that go back not just 10 or 20 years, but like some of these players' dads were rivals with the opponent's dads. It's not quite the Chatfields and the Clampetts or whoever it was in the American Feud, but it's not far off. Both clubs very traditional, strong junior sections. As that shot goes wide, and there was no backup. Danny Hilditch not happy about that one. It's not his job to take the shot and back it up, but Lewis Jacobs would be delighted. That counts as a win. Their chance to clear the ball. Back to Elliot Hurry in goals. Gets it out to Adam Catlow. Then to Tom Whitehead, I believe. Oh! No! I saw the net move. But that must have been Aaron Davey making contact with the net because the ball remained out of the goal. I think Pete Hayes thought he'd scored. I think some of the Mersey fans on the sideline thought he'd scored. But it remains 6-3 in the third quarter. This is James Pomfret. Does his job, clears the ball successfully, and then comes off for a breather. Again, good slide defence by Mersey. JT and Adam Catlow managed to turn number 10 away. Thought there might have been a penalty there, but Brownie wasn't called for it. Stockport had possession anyway, so it would just have been a loose ball push. This is Nick Louise. Great opportunity again. Good stick or ball movement. Luke McCrone with the assist, or what would have been an assist, cross crease feed. Unfortunately, Tom Pat just couldn't finish it this time. But Stockport maintained possession. It's Danny Hilditch dodging from X. Gets it up top to Louise. Again, physical defence. Every time Louise gets the ball, there's at least one, and more often than not like then, 3 defenders from Mersey. Like velociraptors. They're coming out of the long grass. Illegal body check by Tom Whitehead. And again, there's the international stick exchange rather than a stock exchange, as Tom gives his pole to Lewis Jacobs, who probably gets to play with the 3rd stick so far this game. Let's see how he does with Tom's. Again, good ball movement, but the final shot is off target. Luke McCrone this time. We don't have hash marks, we don't play American football, but in the States they'd call that up the hash shooting, where you're actually running upfield towards the halfway line while taking a shot basically on the goal that you're running away from. Another save by Elliot Hurry. Didn't see who had the shot. I think it was Ryan Martin. So Smith on the ball. There's still a man down, so stick it up your jumper is, I believe, the coaching term. So you don't want to push to goal, and you can't be called for delay of game when you're a man down. So thank you very much. Penalty's been killed. Good pressure by Lucas Shrink. Pete thought he was in a good chance of a shot there. Could never get his hands free. As Lucas Shrink was all over him with the poke check. Again, shot by Ryan Huns. Saved by Aaron Davey, number 00. There's an old adage of work for the best shot, not the first shot. I think that was the case then of the first shot. Taking a shot off balance, 6-side high. Not ideal. But he's scored a hat-trick so far out of only 6. Spectacular attempt. Dan Flisk has been watching some highlight videos on YouTube as he goes for the leaping from behind goal reverse dunk. Unfortunately, I think Elliot's also been watching those videos and just saved it cleanly. It's Danny Hilditch, apologies. That was our head producer. Words of wisdom in the background. He's got a better view than me. Better eyesight than me as well. Glenn Hodnett. Andy Ellison on the ball. Back to Ellison. Again, the 3 goals up. There's no need to actually rush things. A bit of tempo. Tempo doesn't just mean go fast. It means control the pace of the game. And this is the falling over, but apparently it was tipped, so that's good. Instead of a turnover, it's Mersey ball on the back line. And as I said, there's no shot clock, so they could keep possession and just wait for the last shot of the quarter, but I doubt they'll do that. It's too cold. Ellison on the run. Back to Hayes. To Smith. Brown to Huns. Back to Smith. Nice pick. They caused a switch. But again, Stockport recover. They just switched. Andy Ellison dodging down a blind alley. He gets double teamed, but keeps possession. And again, brings it outside and controls the ball. Possession is more important than actually getting a goal at this point. Can't be long left in the third quarter. You don't want just to turn it over and give a goal up in the last 10 seconds. So the score should be at worst 6-3 going into the fourth quarter. Maybe have a chance to extend it to 7-3. But no. Lost possession. Good turnover. Nick Bunbury comes up with the ball. Gets it over to Morgan Brown. To behind goal to Hilditch. That's who you want the ball with. Yeah, they're just waiting to sub off the long stick as Bunbury heads to the bench. And on comes Pomfret. 3 minutes left in the quarter. Just to repeat, there have been 0 goals this whole second half. As we've got 3 minutes left in the third quarter. Surprisingly low scoring game. With the attacking prowess on display. This is Louise again. The left-hander. Ooh, hello. On his knees. I don't know if there's a pothole there or He had his slicks on today, and he needs the wet tread. Again, physical play by Tom Whitehead. Mersey have won a lot of those battles today. 2 minutes left in the third quarter. Shall we go through a whole quarter with no goals being scored? Well, we'll find out in 2 minutes. Again, ideally, I'd love to see a little bit more initiation from behind goal. So if you're going to lose the ball, lose it behind, and they've got a long way to go, rather than dodging from top centre or on the high wings. Where if you lose the ball, it's a fast break going the other way straight away. This is Jacobs. Gets it to X. Again, Kinder was dodging before he had the ball there. And they've been called a stall warning. That's the first one of the day. And the referees make the L shaped with their arms. One arm vertical, one arm at 90 degrees. That's the call for get it in and keep it in, which means the ball has to be retained within the restraining line. If the ball comes out of the restraining line without a defender putting the ball out, that was very close to out, but no, apparently just inside the line. It's an automatic change of possession. It's to stop teams stalling. Not that I don't think Mersey were stalling. They just Stockport playing good defence. Henry Smith, I think that get it in and keep it in stall call. Got to Henry. No need to shoot there. Again, stick side high. He's actually just shooting at the stick. Good pressure by Tom Whitehead again. He's all over Andrew Baxter. Baxter escapes though. Hello, what's happened there? I've called something and it's a penalty on number 4. I didn't see what it was for, unfortunately. So there can't be long left. So what happens if they can keep possession till quarter time? There won't be a face-off at the start of the last quarter. Stockport will start with possession. And the score remains Heaton Mersey 6, Stockport 3 in this quarter-final thriller. Again, it's both teams their last chance of winning a trophy. So Mersey, they can't relax yet. It's only 3 goals. Who's your money on at home, or wherever you're watching it in the world? If there are any international viewers, please leave a comment on the comment section of YouTube. Lacrosse is such a small sport, but it's great the work that Lacrosse Live UK are doing to promote the game. Never had this when I was a lad. Currently there are 2 games taking place at Stockport Kale Green. The first team obviously is the senior flags quarter-final, and then across the way is Waxbury, which is Old Wax and Norbury combined, like both clubs merged, against Stockport B team, and that game is being filmed and streamed as well. So Lacrosse Live UK Incorporated is streaming 2 games live at the same time. Marvellous. Again, check out the Winter Box League. All those games are online. Also, he covered the Flags finals, I believe, or at least some of the games from the Flags last year. He has done them in the past. As well as the Friday night box which is a summer tournament over at Macclesfield Rugby Club. Again, it's an outdoor venue, but in summer that's not too bad. I wouldn't want to have an outdoor box venue at this time of year. So Stockport to restart, their man up. Referee checks with the goalkeeper, he knows where the ball is. And we're off. Fourth quarter. This is Flisk to Patterson. Fakes back to Flisk. Puts it. Skip pass. Skip pass goes astray, but Flisk is quick enough to recover that. Gets it back to Patterson. Again, he is a box of tricks. Multiple stick fakes. Always trying to manipulate the defence. Oh! Dan Martin caught the ball and then did a little pirouette and reverse shovel shot. And Elliot Hurry read it all the way and had his stick down at the ground and saved it cleanly. Great opportunity on man up. That's what you want. It's a shot on the crease. Little bit of deception, unfortunately, for Mr. Martin. Elliot read that one and had his stick already ready for where the shot went. If it had gone low to high, it would have gone in. Well, unfortunately, it went low to low. This is Hayes on the ball, I believe. I've not mentioned Ming Trin's name much. I don't know if he's gone off injured or what's happened to him. Number 8 for Mersey. Again. That was a bit of a Hail Mary. A bit far out and a bit narrow angle that time for Ryan. That one went off cage, but fortunately we had the backup. We being obviously the wrong term to use. It was actually Heaton Mersey had the backup. No cheering in the press box. Good speed again, nice cut. This is Ryan Huns. Got the ball up top to Brown on the ball, back to Huns on the wing. Gets it behind to Smith. Just the one Smith playing today. As I said, George, unfortunately. Oh, hello. I'm not sure that was a moving pick or whether that was called crease. He suddenly got very open in front of goal, so I'm guessing it was a moving pick. Flisk clears the ball easily. Dan Flisk was at Timperley, and then he played at Nottingham Trent for the England head coach, Sam Patterson, who's the head coach at Nottingham Trent University. I think they'd won the last 2, maybe even the last 3 national championships at Bucks level. But it appears that Nottingham University, their local rivals, have beaten them twice already this year. So they look like they're in the box seat for the Bucks final. Although I believe the Nottingham University lost a game to Durham. So there's no undefeated team in Bucks this year. Great speed by Jacobs. Unfortunately, they didn't see him. He was wide open. He's got the ball now. Little shake and bake. Stop and go. A hezzy move, as it's known. And that is a beautiful finish and a beautiful goal. Diving towards the goal. And as he was going down, he managed to control his stick to shoot in the roof of the net. We have our first goal of the second half. It's young Henry Smith, another graduate of Nottingham Trent. He's now fully ensconced in his working career. Graduated, I believe it was last year. It might have been 2 years ago. No, I think it was last year. But there, Henry Smith with the goal. First goal of the second half pushes the lead out to 4 goals. But again, it ain't over until it's over. Another win for Jack Ferdinand on the face-off. He's establishing a bit of a pattern there. Doesn't have to win the ball himself, but he's getting the ball out to his wings. And his wings are coming up with the ground ball. Nice little toe drag there by Ryan Huns. He lined up to shoot, and instead of a face dodge, he just pulls the stick just at shoelace level and gets it inside without the defender being able to interfere with it. Takes a shot. Shot goes wide. Heaton Mersey ball sideline as they go to retrieve it from the hedge. Or at least the bushes near the wall. It's not a hedge. Again, they're in the open set. Nowhere on the crease. Cut right through the middle, and there we go. Even a blind chicken gets some corn. Nice, beautiful spot feed by Ryan Huns. And the scorer, Will Greggs Brown, manages to score that time. Pushes the lead out even further. So it's now 8-3 in the final quarter of this quarter-final game. Too many quarters in that sentence. So it's 17 Pomfret versus 5 Ferdinand. Again, a clean win for Jack Ferdinand. Scoops it himself, gets it to the wing, and then he decides to go and have a rest on the sideline, which I'm not happy about. You don't want to be a faux go. You want to be a face off and stay on and play lacrosse. Just your rant in the afternoon. Shot on the run by Hayes. Just wide this time. Again, they'll stop. The referees stop the clock when the ball disappears into the distance. Otherwise, the opposition team or the team in the lead will just be constantly missing on purpose and then taking their sweet time to go and get the ball. So this is Kinder. Looks like an alley dodge coming up soon. Oh no, passes it off. Save by Aaron Davey. Quick release that time. It's probably a better shot than the one that went in, but Davey had it covered. Yeah, turnover there, but number 10. Nick Louise. Stockport had a transition opportunity. Fortunately, they managed to recover the ball, and Coach Rowlandson calls a timeout. And each possession is crucial at this point. Scores 8-3. It's the final quarter. And if Heaton Mersey can hang on, then it means they'll move on to the flag semi-finals, which will be at a neutral ground. May well be here if they win. And obviously if Stockport can recover and if they win, then they won't be here. The semi-finals will be presumably at Brooklands or maybe even Mersey. Either way, we'll find out in the next 10 minutes or less. See what Stockport can come up with. If they put in a specific play, or are they just giving guidelines and a structure to where they want to look for their attack to probe the defence. I think Danny Hodgson is a good option. I think having Tom Pat on the crease and maybe having a cutter cut through the crease and then look for Tom Pat to do a draft cut of the cutter. Getting the ball up top. This is Macrone to Ryan Martin to Louise. This is Dan Flisk. Back to Louise. And I hit the pipe. And it's a fast break for Mersey. Will they push the tempo? The answer is yes, they will. Excellent play. Lewis Jacobs dishes the ball. I believe I think that was number 15. Great. Started off with the off the post. A ground ball by Tom Whitehead. Gets it up to Lewis Jacobs, the player coach. And yeah, I think it was Pete Hayes who managed to be on the end of it. Unfortunately, I have a partially restricted view. A few spectators were just moved into the wrong position at the wrong time. But now 9-3. This time, Pomfret comes up with the ball himself on the face-off. And full speed dodge by Danny Hilditch, but there wasn't a lot of other movement for him to even look to do a feed. This is Brown. In fact, it's Brown versus Brown. Morgan versus Will, and the winner is Morgan. Dishes the ball to the left-hand side, and oh, who's that then? Turn round. I believe that was number 11. First goal of the day. Nick Louise with the assist from Morgan Brown. It's not over till it's over. It's 9-4. Another great face-off by James Pomfret. Doesn't need to get his wings involved at all. Wins it cleanly and comes up with the ball and then subs off. So this is Danny Hilditch on the ball. It's a tough matchup v Whitehead, but there's no quit in Danny Hilditch. Gets it up to Louise. This is Macron matched up with Ferdinand. Ferdinand keeps him at bay. Tried the feed to the crease. I'm not sure if that was Flisk or whether it was Ryan Martin. That's offside. Yep. He didn't realise that nobody else was up. So his momentum took him over the halfway line. So it wasn't an over and back. That was actually offside. Turnover, Stockport ball. Just when Mersey needed a little bit of control. Big kick save there. Huge save by Elliot Hurry. No need to force it. His big left boot stepped in there, shut that one down. Otherwise, Stockport would be fancying their chances. And they've got another one on the scoreboard. Now, this is interesting to see what tactics Mersey go with here. They're quite within their rights to keep the ball moving behind goal until a stall warning is called. But what tends to happen is when you ask someone to stall or to control the ball, everyone just stands still in a big circle, which is not really the best way of doing it. You want to stall without actually looking like you're stalling. I think that was a great save by Aaron Davey. A risky feed to Ryan Hunt on the crease. Came up with the ball and a good decision on the timeout there. I'm sure they'll be having a little word in the shell like that we're actually up, we don't need to force the ball, would be what the Heaton Mersey coach would be saying, I guess. Or he could say, ignore me and just go to goal as fast as you can, because it doesn't count unless you score 20. Who knows, because we don't have the the microphone in the huddle. See, it's Sanctorum, Sanctorum. Or they could just be chatting about where they're going later. Who knows? It's a mystery. But it's 9-4. I don't believe they've got any more timeouts left. They might have one. There's 2 per half. I can't remember if Mersey have used both of them. But again, as I mentioned earlier, when one team calls a timeout, the other team can use that timeout as well. So maybe Stockport will come up with a plan to actually double the ball and cause a turnover straight away, because they need to start doing something, because there's, I don't know how long left, but there's 5 goals. And again, with it being a cup competition, flags, they don't need to win it in the 4 quarters, they just need to tie it, and then it will go to extra time. I don't think it'll go to a replay. And again, so what's happening is that Stockport are pressing out on the ball and shutting out everyone adjacent. So they're saying, right, can you beat Lucas Shrink? And the answer is, we didn't have to. Ryan Huns goes to goal, and a great check. Andy Baxter goes over the head, just takes the ball off him cleanly. So I'm not sure how long Mersey held the ball, but I think he would say not very. And again, nice shot by Tom Pat, but JT, I think, blocked that one. And to make up for it, that's Ryan Huns with the feed to Pete Hayes, and he's decided he's had enough. Time for another goal. Mersey in double figures. Heaton Mersey 10. Stockport 4. It's one of those shots where it's like, don't shoot, nice goal. The conservative approach would be to control possession and use the clock, or you could just shoot. If it goes in, it's great. So Pomfret v Ferdinand at the face. Jack Ferdinand wins it cleanly. Will he go to goal for the fast break? No, he gets stripped. As Lucas Shrink puts the Jets on, number 22. Gets it inside, and unfortunately that pass just went astray and goes off the sideline. Oh, hello, what's that? Bit extra on the whistle. Not sure what that delay is for. That's the restart. Gets the ball to Huns. It didn't work out so well last time when he took on Andrew Baxter. So I think it's better of it this time. Henry Smith takes his defender for a run. Gets it up to Hayes. This is good movement. It looked like a dodge, but he was never going to goal. That was player coach Lewis Jacobs. But that pass goes astray by Ryan Huns, and that is over and back. Straight to goal. Great hustle on defence there by Catlow. Adam Catlow, number 25. I'm sure he won't be thanking his attacking players. As another goal, this time it's number 89, Dan Flisk. Catches it on the crease. Quick release, no time for Elliott to react. It either hits him or goes in, and unfortunately it didn't hit him. So the attack giveth and the attack taketh away. Scored a goal and then turned the ball over that cost a goal. Got some seagulls putting on an aeronautical display at the moment. Guard your sandwiches. Ferdinand scrapping it out, battling it with Pomfret. Again, Pomfret comes up with the ball. Each possession is crucial at this point. I make it 10-5. This is Ryan Martin on the ball, matched up with Will Brown. Great pickup at speed. He may be playing with a long pole, but he handles it as well as any short pole. Josh Turner. Nice fake by Elliott. Manages to move the attacking player riding out the way. Behind you, turn into Panto for a second there. Nobody was telling him there's a attack player as he was walking the ball upfield. This is Will Baker, number 39, on Henry Smith. Get the ball behind. You're less likely to be called for a stall when it's behind goal. And just keep attacking and pulling it out, attacking and pulling it out. Don't just stand. There we go. The other advantage, obviously, is when you attack from behind goal, you are actually keeping the ball behind, within the restrainer. Don't get close to the restrainer where a quick nudge can actually cause a change of possession. I think that may well be a trip. So interesting. Even though they're man up, because they were on a stall warning, that stall warning has stayed in effect, which I wasn't certain was the rule, but hey ho. Now that ball is over, but it was actually Stockport that brought it over. Great pickup by Nick Louise. And a shot by, I think it was Tom Pat. Did they have backup? As a player has gone down, hopefully that's nothing serious, just cramp. It's a game of 4 quarters.
We're not live on there, are we?
I'm not sure how long's left in the game. It's 10-5, Stockport in possession. It's not over until it's over. Until the little stripy man, the zebras, blow the whistle. The B-team game that was taking place on the other field has now finished, so there can't be long left. Brown on the ball. V. Ellison. Again, there's that fade where they dodge, draw the man and pass the ball off. Unfortunately, that time, well, fortunately for Mersey, they got a stick on it. So Stockport retain possession just in time to throw it away. That's an over and back. It's Hayes on the ball. I think some of the jeopardy has come away from it now. Mersey realise, and the goalie's come out, and well, I'm not convinced about the celebration on an empty net goal from 5 yards. But you do you, young Brown. So I don't think that was the final whistle. I think that just was Stockport were desperate to push out and cause a turnover. They need the ball. And so when they pushed out, unfortunately, Will Brown unfortunately for Stockport, Will Brown was in front of goal, and Joe just threw it into an empty net. Desperate means desperate measures. Pomfret comes up with another face-off. He's had a huge performance in this fourth quarter. Really helped Stockport turn it around when Jack Ferdinand has dominated for most of the game. Lucas Shrink is now playing some attack with a long pole, presumably to try cause a turnover. This is again shooting on the run from distance. It's not been Nick Louise's day today, number 10. I think he's got one, couple of assists maybe. Elliot Hurry, stick side low, was all over that one. That's a bit harsh. There is no clearing clock, but they've got it in. There we go. And I believe that is the final whistle. Warm round of applause from the very cold hands in the crowd. A final score of Heaton Mersey 10, Stockport 5, even though they've took the scoreboard away already. There'll be the usual lineup, shake hands between the teams, and then both teams shake hands with all the officials. I hope you enjoyed the coverage here. It's Lacrosse Live UK on YouTube. It's bitterly cold. I hope you enjoyed it. I'll see you on the next time round. Play lacrosse, it's good for you.
Thanks, Dave. Thank you very much.
Wittering, mumbling.
Yeah, did you enjoy it though?
I did. I
That's
think I
the
had a
main
bit of a
thing.
psychotic break at one point. I was just talking to myself. Absolute quality.
Cheers, mate. Thank you.
That was a good comeback.
Yeah.
Mersey desperately seeking defeat from the jaws of victory. How are your hands?
Cold.
You need some sort of really, really thin gloves that allow touchscreen but actually keep you warm.
No, I need somebody else to do it. That's what I need.
Well, you can never find a 12-year-old. You need one.
No.
If only you'd had more kids. Where's Will today? What's he doing? Football, presumably.
I think he's